Imagine this. You wake up one morning, grab your keys, step into your garage, and instead of seeing your dusty Honda Civic, there's a lineup of cars so shiny, so rare, and so ridiculously expensive that their combined value could probably wipe out your student loans, your neighbor's mortgage, and maybe even fund a small country's annual budget. Welcome to the insane world of billionaires and their cars. See, for regular people, a car is a way to get from point A to point B. For billionaires, it's a way to scream to the world, I'm rich, I'm powerful, and my car collection costs more than your city block. And that's exactly why today we're diving into the most expensive cars owned by billionaires. Buckle up, because this ride is not about fuel efficiency or cup holders. It's about pure luxury, status, and price tags that'll make your jaw hit the floor. Let's kick things off with Elon Musk. Now, you might expect the CEO of Tesla to only drive electric cars, right? Nope. Before he became the face of the EV revolution, Elon had a thing for one of the most iconic cars ever made, the McLaren F1. Back in the late 90s, he bought one for about $1 million. Today, these cars are worth over $20 million. That's right, the man basically drove a retirement fund with wheels. The only catch? Elon actually crashed his McLaren once. Imagine totaling a car worth more than a small airport. But hey, when you're a billionaire, I guess you can afford a fender bender worth millions. Then there's Jeff Bezos, who could literally buy every car on this list twice and not even notice the dent in his bank account. He owns a Koenigsegg C CXR Trevita, a car so rare that only two were ever made. This beauty is worth about $4.8 million. And the paint job? It's made of carbon fiber infused with diamonds. Yes, you heard me right. Diamonds. Most of us are just trying not to scratch our car in the Walmart parking lot. And here's Bezos rolling around in a car that literally sparkles because it's covered in diamond dust. If that doesn't scream billionaire, I don't know what does. Of course, we can't forget Mukesh Ambani, India's richest man. His garage looks like a luxury car dealership that swallowed another luxury car dealership. One of his prized possessions is a Rolls-Royce Sweptail, a custom-made masterpiece valued at around $13 million. Only one exists in the world, and Ambani happens to own it. For him, it's just another day in Mumbai traffic, sitting in a car that costs more than some skyscrapers. Imagine being stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic, but knowing the leather under you costs more than the cars beside you. That's billionaire flexing at its finest. And then we have Bernard Arnault, the French luxury mogul behind Louis Vuitton and Moet Hennessy. You'd expect his taste in cars to be just as classy as his fashion empire, and you'd be right. He owns a Bugatti Chiron, which costs around $3 million. The Chiron isn't just fast, it's one of the fastest production cars in the world, capable of hitting over 260 miles per hour. That's faster than most small planes. Imagine going that fast in something with leather seats and a sound system better than your living room. For Arnault, it's just another toy in the collection. Bill Gates, surprisingly, isn't out here flaunting diamond-encrusted cars. Instead, he's got a love for Porsches. Back in the day, he owned a Porsche 959, which cost him about $225,000. That might sound cheap compared to the cars we just mentioned, but here's the twist. At the time, the Porsche 959 wasn't even legal to drive in the US. Gates loved it so much that he lobbied to change the laws just so he could drive his car. Imagine being so powerful that you literally rewrite the rules of the road because you love your car too much. Now that's billionaire dedication. Larry Ellison, co-founder of Oracle, isn't shy when it comes to cars either. He's got a garage that includes a Lexus LFA, an Aston Martin, and a McLaren F1. But one of his crown jewels is his Lexus LFA, which cost him about $375,000. Doesn't sound like much compared to Bezos or Ambani, right? But the LFA is one of those cars where the value is more about exclusivity and engineering brilliance than the sticker price. And let's be real, Ellison could probably buy an island with a matching car collection if he wanted to. What makes these billionaire garages so fascinating is that they're not just collections, they're statements. Each car says something about its owner. Musk's McLaren showed his love for risk and speed. Bezos's Koenigsegg screams rare and flashy. Ambani's Rolls-Royce is all about custom luxury. Arnault's Bugatti is a nod to craftsmanship and power. Gates's Porsche proves he's stubborn enough to bend the law for his passion. And Ellison's collection is all about diversity and uniqueness. Now let's take a step back. Why do billionaires even buy these cars? It's not like they need them. Bezos doesn't need to save gas money, and Ambani isn't sweating over carpool lanes. For them, cars are art pieces, investments, and trophies. They're a way to put their wealth on display without saying a word. It's like wearing a $100,000 watch, but louder, shinier, and parked in your driveway. And here's the funny part. No matter how much money they spend on these cars, they still have the same struggles as us. Traffic doesn't care if you're driving a Honda Civic or a $13 million Rolls-Royce. A speed bump is still a speed bump. And let's not even talk about potholes. Those are universal nightmares. Imagine hitting a pothole in a Bugatti. That sound you just imagined? That's the sound of your soul leaving your body. At the end of the day, these cars are less about transportation and more about identity. They represent dreams, achievements, and sometimes even egos. They're rolling testaments to what happens when you have more money than you know what to do with. And while we may never get to drive a Koenigsegg or a one-of-a-kind Rolls-Royce, we can still admire them from afar and maybe laugh at the thought of Jeff Bezos trying to parallel park his diamond-covered supercar. So the next time you complain about the cost of filling up your tank, just remember, somewhere out there, a billionaire is stressing about how to insure a car worth more than your entire neighborhood. Perspective, right? Beyond the sheer price tags, what makes billionaire car collections truly fascinating is the personal story behind each purchase. Many of these cars are limited editions. Sometimes only a handful exist in the entire world. For a billionaire, owning one is not just about wealth, it's about passion, legacy, and exclusivity. Take, for example, custom-made hypercars that are designed according to the owner's personal specifications. The color, stitching, sound system, and even the scent of the leather interior can be tailored to perfection. Some billionaires collect vintage classics, meticulously restoring them to factory condition, while others chase modern engineering marvels that push the boundaries of speed and technology. For them, cars aren't merely objects, they're time capsules, symbols of innovation and expressions of personality. The garages themselves become private museums, curated to display a lifetime of automotive obsession. And let's not forget the social aspect. Attending car shows, auctions, and private track days allows them to network, trade stories, and even compete over who has the rarest model. In essence, these cars are a combination of artistry, engineering, and identity, reflecting not just what billionaires can buy, but who they are at their core. Owning such vehicles is a statement louder than any billboard or social media post ever could. Subscribe our channel Not for Poor to enjoy more such videos.